Finding love is actually kind of hard when you become more successful, as you grow, as you improve, as you unlock more things and material successes that you are able to achieve. I've watched a video regarding if you should lock in or if you should date and have a social life. I've heard a lot of opinions regarding if you should date first, find love first, or lock in first before you start finding love and relationships. And from that video, I've learned is that none of those answers are actually correct. What is actually the right answer to this? Let's talk about chasing success first, dating, and relationships today. If you're watching my videos, chances are you're probably taken, single, or you're probably working towards something that you are aiming to achieve in life right now. And some of us believe that we should lock in first, we should make the money, we should focus on studying and getting a job first before dating a woman, marrying a woman, or dating the love of your life. There are other opinions where you go date first, get some experience before you lock in and make money. And of course, I already told you that both answers are actually wrong. As we focus on these choices, let's go dive into each choice and see the cons and pros of it, and I'll tell you why both of them isn't actually the right answer. So here we have the first choice of work hard first, lock in first, get a job, make money first before you eventually date and marry. Chances are you're gonna have like a lot of time focusing on, of course, getting money. You're gonna be more successful in the future. You're gonna be improving a lot, or whatever goal that you're chasing, and you've thrown relationships out of the table. The cons are that you become a very social autist, you become a very weird person, you kind of lose the ability to socialize with people, especially the opposite gender. That's why that's why this option isn't a good option if you're gonna be deciding if you should be dating first or actually having to lock in first. Locking in first and throwing relationships away isn't the right option. And let's go to the next option, which is dating first and then locking in later. This also puts you in a very big disadvantage. But the benefits of dating first is that, of course, you get to know how to pull women, you get to know how to talk with people of the opposite gender. You will maybe have a happy, fun dating life before you lock in. But the disadvantages to this is that you may be picking the wrong partner, or you may end up wasting your time because you may be going through another heartbreak once that relationship ends. And not only that, aside from choosing the wrong partner and getting your heart broken and eventually wasting your time, you're also gonna, of course, be missing out on the successes that you've achieved instead of wasting time with dating and relationships. But I'm not saying that relationships and dating are bad and that you should throw it away. No, both of these choices where you lock in first and or you date first, they're both bad choices. That's why I suggest that you do not pick any of these when you're on your journey to achieving those goals, or if you're in self-improvement. Dating is also a very important pillar of your life. You're gonna be learning how to navigate with the opposite gender, or learning how to build trust, relationships with other people and the person you love. So what is actually the right choice, or what do we actually do when we want to lock in but when we also want to date and eventually have a very loving partner by our side? I suggest that while you are chasing your dreams, or while you are working on something that's on a higher level than you, like your goals, you should, of course, continue to work, but don't throw dating and relationships out of the option. You can still lock in while you can still date. And how do you actually look for a partner while you're locked in? I've said this a lot in my previous videos. There are a lot of opportunities where you can actually search for a loving partner, like joining communities, or let's say opportunities like if you're hanging out with your friends and if you're improving your social skills, which you should be, then look for opportunities where you can actually talk with their connections, and maybe you can actually find a loving partner there. You can lock in, but you should have rests in some days where you're eventually gonna be having social life or allotting some time in your week or in a month to actually focus on improving your social skills. And then you can find opportunities in social events where you can be talking to other people and friends of your friends connections, and maybe you can find a great partner for you while you talk about yourself. That's why I despise the opinion or the choice of dating last after working, or locking in first and then date later. Because if you're gonna be successful, you're gonna have a lot of money, you're gonna have a lot of achievements, but you're gonna become a social weirdo when you've achieved everything. And of course, external successes are not gonna be the ones helping you find your love or helping you make deep connections. It's your ability to connect and develop trust and relationships with people. That's how you're gonna make friendships. That's how you're gonna be meeting up with the one of your life. I also despise dating first and then locking in later, because not only are you gonna waste time, but you're eventually gonna be fucking around. You're eventually gonna be wasting time with the wrong people. So I say don't go extremely all in at dating first. You can lock in and you can find the right partner through opportunities like social events or going out. So back to the title of this video, I'd say that once you've achieved the successes, the more successful you are, the more it's going to be difficult finding the right person for you. And back to the video that I've been watching before, this guy has a staff, I think, a friend, I kind of forgot. And he said that now I've made it. Who's gonna actually love me for who I am? Who's gonna love me without the money that I have achieved? Mind you, this guy makes like $400,000 a year, and that's a lot of money. And now this guy has made it. This guy has achieved the upper echelons of society, but he still doesn't have a partner, and he still asks himself, will a woman love me for who I am without the money that I will make? And who will love me if I don't have the money? Who will love me not only for the money? That's why it's harder to find love when you've become more successful, because a lot of the times people are gonna cloud chase. There are a lot of cloud chasers who's gonna cling onto you because you've gained a lot of clout and a lot of success. So that's why don't dedicate your lifestyle to just locking all in through life. You just have to take some days off a bit, or if you finally achieved something, you can take a break for a bit and then go also improve your social skills and eventually meet up with other people, go to new places, go travel, meet new people, and maybe you'll eventually find the right partner for you, as long as you keep showing up for yourself, as long as you keep showing who you really are and learning how to connect with people. Because if you locked in and then you've become successful, you lose the ability to learn how to connect with other people and to learn how to develop relationships. So it's gonna be hard for you to build relationships. It's gonna be hard for you to find love. It's gonna be hard for you to find out if the right people who are gonna be coming to your life once you are successful. It's hard to find out if they're actually the right person for you, or if they're the right supportive people for you. That's why I despise those two options of locking in first, dating later, dating first, locking in after. If you're really looking for a partner right now, don't go all the way locking in through life until you've become successful. Go take some of your time to actually develop your social skills, making new friends, meeting new people, traveling new places, so that you can actually meet more people, develop relationships with new friends and people. I can't guarantee that you'll find a partner eventually, but as long as you're having fun, as long as you're building your life both socially and materially, like your material successes, like the goals that you want to achieve, I'm sure that there will be people who will be coming into your life. And look out for the right ones, look out for people who support you, and look out for people who truly not only love you for the external successes, that you've achieved, but also the person who you are when you were battling and suffering through the hard times, when you were locking in, trying to pursue and achieve the goals that you have achieved. My name's Rafael, and if you've been liking my videos, make sure you hit that like, and I appreciate a subscription to my channel so that you can learn from me more, and the videos will be recommended to the people who truly needed my lessons the most. So yeah, peace out, guys.